Good morning, everybody.
Morning, sir.
Welcome to this week's meeting of Essex Business Forum. I'm Essex Business I'm your meeting chairman. My job to get you through the meeting. As always, ably assisted by the leadership team. Leadership team, be upstanding and introduce yourselves, please.
Good morning, everybody. Jane Valiant, Membership Committee Chairperson.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Terry, I do a membership and recruitment.
Morning guys, Ben, your education coordinator.
Good morning, I'm Scott, your meeting secretary and has a face of the line project.
Wow.
Morning, all. I'm Paul Corrigan. I'm your social secretary.
Thank you all. Today we have Michelle Miller here with us. Welcome, Michelle. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get the meeting underway. Getting it underway always means the first slot is performance lead. Scott, take it away.
Yes, I will. Michelle, we run a performance league, reset each month. We all score points doing things as easy and straightforward as turning up, and then giving and receiving business with each other, having one-to-ones to learn more about our business, special things like hosting an education slot, commenting on the blog, loads of different ways to score points, and these are tracked. So with 2 weeks recorded in our system so far, I'll read out, if I can, all of our members who have passed 100 points so far. Jane has 105, so it'll come. Toby 109. A little jump up, Matt is on 133. Then Dave Roberts on 135. Myself 141 in second place. Current leader 144 is Mr. Walker. Skinner. I'll pass that down.
Thanks very much, Scott. That's all right. Right, the education presentation. Ben.
Thank you very much. Good morning guys. Are you out and proud? Or are you in the closet?
Uh-oh.
Are you a secret agent in the EBF closet? So do you actually go out of your way to try and find potential visitors to bring along to the meeting? Or are you hiding in the EBF closet? Do you generally look for opportunities to help other members of who might they have a synergy with outside of the meeting? So I'm going to give you a few tips today as well on how to make inviting visitors just a little bit easier. So who is on your current client list? Because they're the ones that already like you, they already trust you, and they already know how you work. They'll appreciate you introducing them to other business opportunities. And this will, inviting them along, will actually strengthen your relationships with your existing clients. So who's on your client list now that you can offer an opportunity to come along to? Or business contacts that you've already worked with. As well, it's going to, again, build up that relationship. Maybe you've had some newer connections on things like LinkedIn. So people that you have just started engaging with, people that want to get to know you, help them to grow their business. And your warm list, because warm lists, as we all know, are more likely to say yes than a cold invite is. Now, other people that you meet out on networking events, so if you're networking down the pub, they're having a chat, just always chatting to people, offering our opportunities so they can grow. So this is the easiest to win. Just invite them when you're speaking. Come to a fantastic meeting. It's really going to help you and your business. So who are the local businesses that you already use? So maybe your insurance broker, because we need an insurance broker. Who do you use to do your insurance that you can bring along? Maybe you're in trouble and you want to go and get your maybe you're in trouble and you want to go and get your other half some flowers. So who's your florist? Bring your florist along. Who's your favourite sort of coffee owner? Or who's your dog groomer? Bring them along because you already support each other, so you could ask them to come along. And finally, who do you ask for business advice that's not in the room? Maybe it's something that your go-to person, I was like, no, everyone comes to me. It's like, but who do you know that you go to that you ask for help or advice? Bring them along, because this group is really great to help, support, and really look for opportunities for each other. So have a think about who you can connect people with, who do they want to see in the room, and try and get them invited along. So you're not in the EBF closet. Be loud, be proud, and always look for opportunities to bring visitors along. Thank you.
If that hasn't woken you up, you should be here. Thanks. Membership matters. Membership matters. Terry.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Nothing very exciting, but I just thought I'd tell you, particularly for Michelle, we've got a membership committee here, and it meets on behalf of the members. We do some really important work, considering membership renewals, considering new members, dealing with membership issues. And just like to thank them really, because we had a really good meeting this week. In half an hour or more of their time after work, but it really worked. And to have the meeting and have 5 different people bouncing ideas off each other was really good. So thank you for those. We've got some announcements to make in the coming week, but no, just wanted to thank you really.
Terry. Right. We approach the first major part of the meeting, which is the 60-second round. Your chance to highlight in 60 seconds your business and the sort of referrals that you're looking for. Before I get that underway, I'll send around the blue box for you to put your bits of paper in as it comes round. And I'll also send round the business card box. Make sure you're adequately represented in there with your cards, and take cards to help you with introductions. So that'll be coming round whilst we deal with the 60-second round itself. Ben is our bellman, and he will now demonstrate what he does after 50 seconds. And after 60 seconds, when you hear the second bell, the ring, wrap it up, sit down if you haven't done so already. Right, so with that in mind, it simply leaves with the Oscar from last week, John. John will be listening very carefully, and we'll award the Oscar at the end of the round. So, as usual, we'll start off with John, and Paul Corrigan is second, so let's get underway with the round. John.
Good morning, everybody. I'm John Hammond from JMX Technology. We provide all the electronic security needs of yourself, whether it's CCTV, access control, fire alarms, or even your automatic gates and barriers. What I'm looking for today is people who've got problems with their system. We are very good at fault finding and repairing the systems and making sure they don't repeat faults. There's a lot of companies out there, and we call them reset and run engineers. They run in, reset the panel, and run back out. They don't actually fix the fault. They just reset the panel. We don't do that. We ascertain what the fault is. We diagnose where your problem is, repair it so you don't have another problem. So that's what we do best. We're very good at fixing your faults. So if you've got any faults on your panels, or you know clients have got problems with their automatic gates, give us a shout. That's John Hammond from JMX Technology, Applied Technology Security. And in 60 seconds, you can speak up because I'm a bit deaf.
Right, thanks, John. You didn't react to that. Thank you, John. Paul, you're next, and you're followed by Sam.
Morning all, Paul Corrigan from Solitaire Plumbing and Heating. It's been a busy week at Solitaire, as it always is this time of year. Busy in a good way though, it's not bad. I done my good deed for the year, well I've done a few actually, but old boy last week went along, his boiler completely shattered itself, leaking from every orifice known to man, and he just needed a new boiler. The boiler itself was like 1970s. Wow. Single pipe system. You just modern boilers don't like single pipe systems, so really should have to repipe the whole house. It's horrendous job. But this old boy's got no heating, no hot water. So I've done a bit of research. I've worked out how we can separate the two systems, the modern system and the old system. We ordered the diaries. We managed to get out yesterday. I've done the job yesterday. Quite a tough day, I must admit. and yeah, got it all done. But that's why we're big enough to trust, small enough to care. That's what we do. Anyway, thanks for listening. Paul from Solitaire.
Sally, you're followed by Toby.
Morning everyone, Sally Waters from Milan Home Fragrances. So how can fragrance help us with the dark mornings? And the answer is that we have a fragrance specifically designed for this called Sunrise, which is a mixture of Mexican orange blossom, some Moroccan spices and mandarin tea. And it gives you this sense of an uplifting feeling. So when it's dark in the morning, it's a really lovely fragrance to wake up to. And it can help with our limbic system to just give us that nice mood. So Sunrise can always be with you. We do it in a candle, in a diffuser and a room mist, so you can even spritz it into your car to keep yourself familiar with the fragrance all the time. But with Sunrise, the sun is always rising and it's really good to help you feel mood boosting when you need to. So that's it, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sally. Toby, you're next, and you're followed by
Morning everybody, I'm a personal business mentor. I've been doing something a bit different over the last couple of weeks. I've been working with a client I've worked with previously who's now opening a plant-based deli in Holsted, and she wanted me to help make sure that she built the right team for it. So I helped with the recruitment process, putting together the interview structure, did motivational maps for each candidate, and then I sat in on and led the interviews for her. And it was great because once you see how people actually show up and what really drives them through their maps, the right candidates just jumped out straight away. And we've got a standout manager, a couple of great team members, and we're able to have a clear comparison of how they're going to work together to create a warm, positive environment she wants. And this isn't just for new businesses. If you know anybody that wants to add to their team, strengthen their team, and would want something that's going to help with that culture, the way that motivational maps can, then please do have a chat with me. So it's about taking the stress out of hiring, getting the right team together. The right team is going to work with you and work with each other. Toby Action, Pole Position Business Solutions.
Thank you, Toby. Clara, you're next, and you're followed by Matt.
Morning, Clara Down from Downton Mortgages and Financial Services. You will have to bear with the voice, I sound worse than I actually am. So mortgages, I just want to remind you of my processes, and really for me it's about taking the time to really understand the client's situation and understand exactly where they are and what they want to achieve, and then I can really help to work the right solutions for them, because yes, rates are lower now than they have been in quite a while, and that's a great thing, but does that mean that actually going for something longer term is the right thing for that client, or actually what changes do they see in life? Where do they see things going? And what makes sense for their future plans? And that's where I sort of come in to make sure that I fully understand everything they want to achieve, why they want to do certain things, and make sure that the recommendation they get is totally personalised to their situation. So if you know anyone who needs any support, Clara Downton Mortgages and Financial Services. Thank you very much.
Clara, Matt, you're followed by Mike.
Good morning everyone, Matt from Sheriff. Last night was the go live of a very large project I've been working on very closely with Scott for what seems like an eternity. So we started a relationship with a client over a year ago, and they were nuclear races, and I know I've mentioned it to a couple of people. We've just done a whole massive rebrand for them because they're not just races, there's so much more. So we've realigned their brand positioning, given them a new brand strategy, but most of all, as well as giving them a more cohesive brand look across all of their different areas, we've taken 6 of their websites and put them into 2 major sites. So you have now Nuclear Essex, which is now the new brand. But underneath that, you still have nuclear races, you have adventures and wild forest and all kinds of different things. So it's been a huge major project for us, literally blood, sweat and tears into it. And it's another great example of the collaboration that we have with Scott. And we're very, very excited. So please go and have a look. Thank you.
Thanks. Mike, you're next. Followed by Ben.
Morning everyone, Mike from Blackwood's Media. I want to have a chat this week about product photography because I don't mention it that often. I was actually talking to Blake this morning saying I honestly think AI is kind of going to be the death of product photography down the line because people are just going to be able to take a photo of something, put it online and say I want this well lit and I want it on a nice background and they'll get great results, but we're not quite there yet. And for the time being, I think that professional photography is the best way to get products to look really well lit and well laid out. So there are various options for it. For larger products like this one, well, anyway, there we go. This was a mobility scooter we shot and we actually went on site to do it in the warehouse because it's too heavy to move around. For more lifestyle-based shoots, we can actually sort out locations. This was done in a lovely country house. And also people can just post things to me. They've got smaller products, put it in the post to me. I can either do a shoot in my studio, which is my garage, or we can take it out to locations that are suitable for it. This was shot in a bar, and this was shot at Olympia's workshop. And the other option we do is we also do video shoots for product things. This was a sunglasses shoot we went down to Kensington and did. So if you know any companies looking for product photography, you send them my way. You might get a break with media. Thank you.
Ben, you're followed by Blake.
Good morning guys, Ben Golding from Utility Warehouse. I help people to save money on their essential household utilities. Now we've got some amazing offers on our broadband. We've got even fantastic offers on our mobiles where people can get unlimited calls, texts and 10 gig of data for just £5 a month. Or unlimited for £23 a month and then others for free for 6 months. But what I want to talk about today is our price plunge. And that's such a good word, I'm going to say it again, plunge on our energy. We brought out a new tariff that's only around for a very short period of time, which is around £160 below our current tariff, which is already below the cap. However, I've got a favour to ask. I'm 3 customers off a promotion within my business, so I really need to get this before the end of the month. So I'm looking to help anyone you know that would like to save money with the UK's cheapest, most trusted and most recommended utility company. That's Ben Golding, Utility Warehouse.
Ben, Blake, you're followed by Stuart.
Morning everyone. I thought this week I'd talk about a project I'm working on with Scott. We are working on, many of you know, the HMRC website, Companies House, lists all the companies that are ever formed. We're working on a project where we pull out that information from the HMRC and use AI to search the web to find contact information, the website address, the social media hooks, information about the company. As long as it's publicly accessible, we'll be able to pull that information, stick it into a nicely formed website so people can use it as marketing material. So that's what I'm working on this week, and hopefully in the coming week we'll be finished and you can demonstrate it.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks, Blake. Right, next is Stuart, and after Stuart is Sarah.
Good morning, everybody. Stuart from LG Networks. We're a cloud service provider, which means we provide internet services, telephone services, and what we want to focus on this week is our IT support. We're looking for more companies who need to onboard some more IT support clients. So I need you to have a think. Okay, I'm looking for businesses who are over 5, I mean, it's really 5 people and over within a business. Now, quite often businesses may start with just 1 or 2 people, and they will buy their laptop off PC World or Code, whatever, that's fine. And they will often just use the Microsoft license that comes with it. They'll subscribe on there, and then they'll get a little bit of McAfee that comes with it for their antivirus, whatever. I want to look for those business owners that have then grown up to 4, 5, 6 or more people. Because now's the time for them to actually look to buy their Microsoft licensing direct through me rather than the retail rates. And we need to look at their security, beef it up. We need to look at their endpoint security, beef that up on their actual devices. And very importantly, we need to make sure they've got backups off-site. So think about businesses that started 1 or 2 people, have grown up to 5 or more. They need to have a review of their IT. Please put in touch with me, Stuart at LG Networks. Thank you.
Stuart, Sarah, you're followed by Catherine.
Morning everybody, Sarah Smith from Business Assistant Services, Virtual Assistant Online Business Manager. this week I'm looking for anybody who is ready to send Christmas gifts or Christmas cards to their clients. I'm allowed to use that word liberally now, so I'm doing it. AI can obviously help with all sorts of stuff, but it can't really know your client's nuances. It doesn't really know what they really like. It doesn't talk to them and understand that, you know, this person's got a wife that likes candles. So, you know, onboarding someone like me to help you with your client relationship this time of year pays real dividends, where I can recommend really good solutions and then put them into practice and take that off your plate. So delivering those lovely annual gifts to your clients really elevates your business, you know, brings home to them what a great person you are and how much more business they want to give you, and I can help with that. So I've got years of experience in this stuff, knowing what people like and what's appropriate and what's not. And so yeah, if it can help you or anyone you know, please do get in touch. It's Sarah Smith, Corporate Assistant Services.
Good morning everyone, Catherine Foley, English Tutor Plus. So as I've said before, I am nearly fully booked. I'm keeping a little flexibility in case any A-level literature students need my help. So for me, teaching A-level was the highlight of the day. I loved the texts we studied and the discussions we had about them. I loved it when a student pointed out a perspective that I'd never thought about before. I even loved marking a really good A-level essay. Sadly, I only have one A-level student this year, but as it is usually at this time of year that Year 13 have their mocks, I'm hopeful that there might be a few more out there who might need my help soon. So if you hear of any students who need help with A-level literature as a very specific ask, I know, please refer them to me.
So, good morning everybody. For the benefit of Michelle, I'm Terry and I am a solicitor and I sue almost everybody for almost anything. This week, I had quite a wide-ranging clients to debt recovery. I had one client who was a small radio station, voluntary, and had another client who was an HR, they supplied staff to the building trade. The big client was over £275,000. The radio station were over £2 grand, but to them it made the same difference. The radio station works on a smaller scale. They were worried about constructing it because of the cost. They're only over £2 grand, the government spent half of the view recovering the money. So I had a quick look at the figures, and I worked out I could get them £170 in compensation on top of their money, and £125 or £127 in interest. And I said, that more than covered my cost of doing the letter of claim and getting things moving. They were delighted. The client was over £275,000. The compensation was massive because it was a massive list of invoices, so I had to add them all up. They were delighted as well. So really, the scale of things is not that important. The money that's owed to the business is really important, whether you're a small business or a larger business. That's what I do. It's Sarah Manley, GM Law.
Thank you, Terry. Paul, you're next, and you're followed by Leanne.
Good morning, everyone. Paul DeLue from Essex Business Forum. I think I know I stand up most weeks talking about fuels, and people probably get a sinking feeling in their chest. But the reality is what I do helps make a difference. And after the funeral on Monday, really lovely lady, as I stood outside, as four children that I've dealt with, all gave me a hug, including quite a big grizzly man. And I got a lovely text the following morning just saying how grateful they were for the support and the help and the comfort that I helped give them. I've been working for 35 years this year, and in all that career, this is the most fulfilling, rewarding, and the work that I'm most proud of, and it turns out I'm very good at it. So I'm just looking for introductions to funeral directors, and then the other end of the spectrum, people that plan weddings, because I can make a difference. We'll do it, thank you.
Paul, Leanne, you're followed by Steve.
Good morning everyone, Leanne Brooke from Interiors. Michelle, I'm an interior designer. Now everybody here knows that I transform homes from dull, dated, tired to something amazing. But did you also know that I can help landlords, Airbnb or service accommodation hosts? I can make their properties stand out from what is quite an overcrowded market. I can make the guest experience memorable for that little important 5-star rating. So it's not just design I can do, I can also do property staging. So if you're going to sell a property, or you can, again, service accommodation, Airbnb, I can help with that as well. Provide the furniture and you rent it after for a while. But it works, it really does. People can't see an empty room, they can't see themselves living in an empty room, but you put a little bit of furniture in, doesn't have to be a lot, and then they can visualise it. So if you know a landlord or an Airbnb host, please put them in touch with me because I can make those properties stand out from the crowd as well. Thank you. Rihanna, Community.
You're followed by.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on this nuclear bandwagon as well and just say it's been an absolute pleasure working with Matt and his team on a project that isn't toilet related. It's actually very visual and exciting with loads going on, jumping into muddy puddles and doing all kinds of things. So do check it out, nuclearessex.com, and have a little look around. Just taking my view of that kind of thing. What's so important on a big project like this is understanding information architecture and building something from the ground up when we started, so that there are so many different ways to transform parts of the site. And Matt will attest, there's been many times when the client said, "Oh, but could we do?" And actually, yeah, we could, because we sat down and we planned a system that could grow and adapt and behave in a way that isn't just one standard format and you can't change and grow it. So I'm very proud of the work that I've been involved with on that side, the work that I've done. We just got to see now what happens today as people start looking at it.
You might not see us next week.
Yeah.
Right. Howard, I believe it's you, and you are followed by Dave Roberts.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Which one I get? Okay, this one's all together. Morning, everyone.
Morning!
Really well done. Howard Butler from Clear Financial Advice. We're independent financial advisors in Ramsey. Most clients who come to me who have yet to retire want to talk about that very subject, retirement. And as well as looking at what they've got in place, pensions and savings or what have you, and what they're saving, I'll ask them three really important questions. Number one is, when would you like to retire? Number two is, how much income do you think you're going to need? And lastly, how much income would you like? And what you need and what you'd like are two very, very different things. And I don't always get an answer, but it just gets the client thinking. And the more I can get out of them in regards to those three questions, the more helpful I can be to the client. I can build models that show them what their retirement might look like in terms of the resources they have and the income that can produce. So it's a really important part of what I do. And if people who've got an IFA that doesn't go anywhere near that type of subject, then I need to see to me. Thank you.
Thanks, Howard. Dave Roberts is next, and he is followed by Jane.
Morning, everybody. Dave from Professional. We're actually based in Brentwood. As well as carrying out the general stuff like lights, sockets, rewires, testing, new fuse boards, and stuff like that, we've also recently been installing battery systems. So these systems, you can install them in your house. They charge up overnight on cheap rate electricity, which Ben will put me in touch with someone who knows that. And then basically the battery overnight charges up, they use that cheap rate electricity during the day, and it recharges the next night. There's really good savings to be made. Probably around about 60-70% savings can be made on your electricity costs. So anybody who wants a free survey, please just give me a call, come out and discuss it, and see what we can do for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Dave, Jane, you're followed by me. I am followed by Paul. Jane.
Thank you. Ho, ho, ho. Jane from the English Green Tea Company. I wasn't looking at any ladies then. I'd like to. So can I play Santa on your behalf? Which means, and Sally, you can take your orders and send these out. I can send gift messages, I can put your logo on it. We can make it an absolutely charming thing. It could be to individuals, it could be to teams. So I've just been chatting about giant chocolate brownies that would be enough to feed 12 people in a team and so on. So we've got hampers. This is the medium-sized one. We've got big whoppers. We can put in beer. We can put in champers, wine, ports, waxed cheeses. We can put in afternoon tea-related goodies. As you know, we can even do turkey and cranberry sandwiches. The world is our oyster. Guide us on the budget, and it could be different for each client. Well, this is a good client. I'd like to spend that on them. This is the client I'd just like to send a little gift. And we will get it sorted and sent out, and then let you know it's been delivered. We're very thorough. So, ho, ho, ho. Still looking at the boys. Merry Christmas from the English Cream Tea Company with some urgency because I'm going away for a couple of weeks soon. Thank you.
Right. Aidan Squire from TM Law. I came back after a short break to a client who exemplifies why any business should have shareholders' agreements and contracts of employment in place. 4 shareholders, all directors, came together 4 years ago, and one of them isn't performing, and they're wanting to negotiate him out of the business. With no shareholders' agreement, no contract of employment, there's no idea his notice period, from his point of view, the notice period is only 4 weeks because they've only been together for 4 years. From his point of view, he has a van that he's been using, but it's not clear whether that's part of his contract or not. From the shareholders' agreement, if he's going to go, they want him to go and hand back his shares. There's nothing in there to require that, no options in place at all. So they've got a very difficult job in their negotiations because they haven't got those fundamentals which they ought to have. Get them to come to me if you see somebody in that situation. That's Aidan Squire from TM Law. Paul.
Morning, Paul Booth from Booth & Co, Chartered Certified Accountants, based in Brentwood. We're doing lots of tax returns at the moment, big range of them, anyone earning from £10,000 to £10 million, maybe one buy-to-let property to 50 buy-to-let properties, so a big range. We've got quite a lot of clients who are employees of NatWest, a lot of them earning a lot of money, so today I'm looking for you know anyone who earns a lot of money working for NatWest and need a tax return completed or some tax advice? Paul Booth from Booth & Co. Nice tax. Thank
you very much, Paul. That's the end of the contributions from the members. Michelle, give us 60 seconds about what you do.
Morning everyone, thanks for making me so welcome here and thanks Jane for my invite. Sorry James, Sally.
That's my middle name,
apologies about that. Puzzle tubes. Good morning everyone, I'm excited to introduce puzzle tubes. Premium handcrafted jigsaw puzzles designed and created in the USA. Each puzzle comes in a luxury pull drawer box and transforms into a full 3D augmented reality experience. When the puzzle is completed, you scan it and the artwork comes alive with motion, animation, sound and story. It's not just your average puzzle. Our mission is simple: to help people slow down, reconnect and enjoy meaningful moments in a world that's constantly speeding up. We work with talented artists from around the world supporting independent creativity and offering something truly unique for families, friends and corporate gifting. If you're looking for a stand-up gift or an immersive experience that leaves a lasting impression, Puzzle Tubes is now available here in the UK and easy to order online. Thank you. I'd love you to visit our website, choose your puzzle, complete it and watch it come to life. Thanks everybody. Michelle Miller, Puzzle Tubes.
Thank you, Michelle. Final question. What sort of price range?
$29.99.
And what sort of age range?
3+, single, couples, families, works very well, care homes, hospices, and people with ADHD really love these puzzles, so that really helps them a lot. So yeah, it's a broad range of creativity in people's minds as well.
Thank you. Right. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you all for your contributions. John.
Yeah, there was a lot of good 60 seconds there. I really like Matt's the amalgamation of the people that do. But because you have everyone, you've got minus 5 points. And Mike, the photography bit. But you overrun as well. Yeah. So I'm
Don't
going
get creativity,
to
do
I'm
free spirits.
going to give it to Aidan because I thought his explanation about businesses and why you need him was so
Thank you, John. Well done, Aidan. Right. let's move it from here. The next up is always the meeting secretary's report.
Just short and sweet today. We only have a dozen or so bits of green paper handed around. So do remember just to, if you haven't filled them all in, please do. Please pass them around and we'll cross it up and see where we go. Simple as that. Tell it.
And I would add to the Scots thing, because I've been doing this on Scots' behalf. I've been collecting information about what we spent on insurance. And 9 of you have replied. Between the 9 of you, it's a shade under £70,000. Wow. You are, thanks for doing that. You're all going to get points. And you get who's done what with Jane, and you're going to get points for it. The rest of you, sorry, you didn't tell me you're not going to get your points.
Thanks, Terry. But it's not too late. Get it to him today. Anything that you've given James, he might consider it. But we could do with the information. Genuinely, we could do with the information. We need to know the sort of levels we've got, particularly if we're looking for a Brentwood amount to come and take its place. Right, so, moving on even further, have we got a synergy meeting today?
We do.
Tell us
Thank you for
more,
asking. So a synergy meeting is a monthly event, and this one takes place after the meeting, usually in one of the corners. Please join if you can. They don't take very long. You do get points, but they're always interesting. Today it's seeing if a subscription model might possibly work for your business. Not just as in get a gift every month, but might be to cover your services or for people to get the supersonic, I can call you whenever I like sort of service. So let's just chat about subscription models and see where we go. Thank you.
Thank you, James. You're welcome. Right. The next major part of the meeting is the presentation.
That said, today we have Catherine Foley. So English Tutor Plus and English Writer Plus. The position in the company is all of them, and it's tuition, proofreading and writing. Tuition in and around Chelmsford, proofreading and writing anywhere that speaks English. So a couple of bits about Catherine. Her best day out is the annual family picnic on the South Downs. An embarrassing moment that's happened to Catherine. The electrician, not Dave.
Not Dave.
No. An electrician walking in on you when you were completely naked. Are you sure you weren't doing it on purpose?
He genuinely just walked straight to my bedroom without knocking when I was
A satisfying achievement is completing the Shine Walk, which is a great walk to raise money for cancer, a few months after major surgery. And finally, something we should all avoid is letting AI melt our brains. Put your hands together, Catherine Foley.
Hello, so I'm just in case you don't know who I am, just tell you a little bit about me. So, good start, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Now, I'm married to Dom. Viking costumes are not every day, but that was a little special from our summer. I'm a mother to 2 beautiful girls, Eleanor and Isabel, and that's my family. Very special to me as well. These are some of my favourite things. I am a big fan of ABBA. I just mentioned the South Downs National Park, that's where my grandparents are from. It's really special to me. I love everything to do with the sound of music. That's our trip to the Salzburg. I like a cocktail on the beach. I like making a nice dessert, and I like reading in my library. So that's a little bit about me. Library sounds so pretentious middle class, doesn't it? Okay, so obviously English Tutor Plus, you know a fair bit about. I offer tutoring for English literature A-level, English language literature A-level, GCSE language, GCSE literature, and research, becoming a big part of it really, and proofreading and UCAS, which I'm going to talk to you about today. And the English Writer Plus is kind of sort of coming along, but I'm sort of waiting for my first kind of writing job to launch this. It was kind of ready to go, and then Joshua left, and that sort of messed things up a little bit for me, but it'll come. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about UCAS today. So I was a sixth form tutor for most of my career. Latterly, head of sixth form. I was UCAS coordinator and also an English teacher, so I'm in quite a good position to be helping students with their UCAS applications and particularly their personal statements. So the UCAS application process, you might be aware if you've had children, they have to fill in an application which has 6 parts. This is the big one, the personal statement, but actually they're absolutely rubbish at getting all of it done. So hence the picture of someone just surrounded by a crap, basically. So students are really good at procrastinating. The timeline is like several months, so most schools will launch it in June, give them all the information they need, and ask them to fill in most of this, apart from the personal statement, immediately. But you still find most of them done in January. In September, applications will open, so they can start sending them off. If they're making an early application, they're meant to send them off. November is the internal deadline, usually. So as a head of sixth form, I wanted students to get it in way before the final deadline, so that it wasn't interfering with mocks and things. But January is the absolute deadline for UCAS, so that's the timescale. So at the moment, hopefully most students are working on their personal statements. So this is why I want to talk to you about that today, because this is the sort of business that I would like, please. So personal statements, I don't know about you, when I applied for university, I had absolutely no recollection of writing one. I must have done, but I don't remember it at all. So this is what they have to do. It's a 4,000 character, including spaces, response about themselves. That's about 600, 700 words. It used to be that you were just given basically a blank sheet and you had to write what's essentially an essay about yourself. And they've changed that this year and instead replaced it with these 3 questions, which to some students, and particularly the ones who aren't confident writers, this is much better. Because 3 questions to answer is not quite so daunting. But for the students who like writing and have lots to say, they've actually found that really restrictive. And I've been working with, the workshops I've done in schools have all been with high ability students who are applying for Oxford, Cambridge, medicine, dentistry, that sort of thing. They have hated this new format, so it'll be interesting to see whether UCAS introduce some sort of flexibility in the future. It'd be nice if they did. The problems with this is that you could be applying for 2 or 3 subjects. You get 5 choices for your UCAS application, and you might decide you're going to go for English literature and history, English literature and philosophy, I don't know. But you only get 1 application, so you've got to make your application fit for everything you're applying for. Equally, some universities use the personal statement differently. So as it says there, like Oxford and Cambridge, they're much more interested in the academic content of your personal statement rather than all these extra stuff that you've done. So if you're applying for Oxford and Cambridge and your 4 other applications are obviously going to be somewhere else, you can't apply for Oxford 4 times, you've got to write it so that it fits that application and all the rest of the universities. So it's a really difficult job. It's no wonder that students get quite stressed about doing it. And as you can see here, there's universities, if you look on sort of UCAS website, they all use it differently. So some universities don't look at personal statement at all. Some might use it for an interview. Some think it's really important. Some might just use it for choosing between 2 candidates. So it's a really sort of movable feast and a difficult thing for a 17-year-old to do well when they're out. Other things that are difficult is just the idea of selling yourselves. So I mean, I was feeling like terror standing up here, which is ridiculous. I've been talking to groups of students my whole career, but it's much more difficult talking to your peers. And then that idea of selling themselves is really difficult for students. They have to try and grab attention immediately, but do so in a way that isn't really cheesy. And some of the cheesy, these are the first lines that universities really hate. I didn't use my notes, now I actually can't find it. Here we go. From a young age, I've always been fascinated by, they absolutely hate that one. I've always wanted to help people, and that makes me vomit really, doesn't it? We all do really, but we don't say it. Anything that involves the word passionate is an absolute no-go. Passionate should only be used for pornography, not for UCAS application. And pretentious quotations. Like, who cares what Mr. Wilde says? He's not applying for the place. So that's something to avoid as well, like really awful stuff. They have to try and show genuine enthusiasm for their subject without using the word passionate. They've now got to organise it into the format, which is hard to do. They've got to keep the character count. Showing, not telling. Now, this is a bit of an English teacher speak thing, but if it's no good telling us what you've done, you know, I've done this, you've got to show us, like talking about skills and things. So that's the thing that they find difficult as well. And also, they can't rely on AI. So they might have relied on AI for all sorts of things so far in their lives. They're probably embracing it way more than people in their 50s are. but you do have to say, when you've had your application, you've got to say it's your own work, so it can't be AI. You can use AI to generate ideas, actually, so that can help, but not for actually writing it. So this is, hang on, the mouse isn't working. Is it coming? What's happening? Come on, Nick, you can do it.
IT support.
Yes, there we go. No, it's right, IT support. I'm not sure about IT support. No, that's really small. I don't know if you can see it. I don't really want to read it out to you because it will take too long. But this is an extract from a personal statement by a really lovely boy who was in my tutor group many years ago. Now, can anyone read it? Shall I read it very quickly? Tell me whether you think it's good or bad. Now, I'm definitely going to put my glasses on now. In fact, this is all too small anyway. Really messed up here, haven't I? I'm going to just come and stand in front of you. I'm outside when I read it, which is how I used to teach. Outside of my schooling, I partake in a mixture of activities, and I'm a key member of the Essex Youth Jazz Orchestra, Brentwood District Explorers, and a local dance school. I've been a member of this dance school for 14 years, and over the course of these years, it has allowed me to grow as an individual and build my self-confidence through examinations and performances. Thanks to the Young Dance Company, I've also been able to perform with my dance school at London venues including South as well as the Majesty's Theatre and the Royal Albert Hall. Thanks to such experiences, I am capable of speaking and performing in front of large groups of people and my own peer group as well, which is an excellent skill when having to give presentations or indeed during interviews. Since the summer of 2015, myself, 5 other explorers and our unit leader were planning an expedition to Peru from the 25th of July to the 14th of August, during which we visited Machu Picchu, Cusco and Lake Titicaca. Also, within Scouting, I've taken on the roles of senior patrol leader whilst in the Scouts, and currently I am part of the Young Leaders Project, which forms part of the responsibilities given to me as an Explorer Scout. Good or bad? What do you reckon?
Bad.
Bad. Why is it bad?
It
Matt?
waffles too much.
It's absolutely waffle, yes.
Too much need for dates.
Yeah, we definitely didn't need the dates, absolutely. So, the yellow bits are the bits where they've just basically told me something but not shown me anything useful about it. The bits I've crossed out are all just superfluous words, right? There's a character account of this, and this is just waffle. Why do we need to say outside of my schooling? It's obvious it's outside of my schooling. Don't tell me about the Essex Youth Jazz Orchestra when you're not going to tell me anything else about it. We don't need to know the dates of your trip. What did you get out of it? The only good bits in that are blue bits, where he's actually talked about skills, like transferable skills, the sorts of things that Toby's probably telling his clients to use all the time. They're the only good bits of it. It sounds so harsh.
I really object to the use of the word partake.
Do you?
Yeah, that's
very cliche.
Is it just pretentious? It's right there with passion. Yeah. Okay, so this was his original. 211 words. That's 1,203 characters. And I got it down to 140 words, 823 characters. So you can see how much has been reduced. I've actually made the font a bit bigger as well, but there's a lot more blue bits. So we want to know that the youth dancer school has helped him to build his self-confidence. It's good that he can speak in front of large groups of people. It's the important thing about planning the scout venture is that, he was working with other people. That's a good skill, isn't it? And then he really wasted the scout experiences were amazing, but he just basically told us about them. He didn't show us what he'd learned from it. So here now we can see the actual skills he's got. I oversee patrol activities, ensuring safety and that sort of thing. So it's much, much better. So I can help students get from a load of waffle, it's too long, it's concise and helpful and is really going to help some. So how I can help? I can do workshops in schools, and I've done a few of these. I can do drop-ins in schools as well. I've also done this where I've just gone back in and spoken to individual students about their personal statements. I can do face-to-face sessions with schools, with students either in their schools or online, in their houses. Online supports is what I did most of last year, where students actually sent me their personal statement. I annotated it, gave them suggestions, helped them with working up and sent it back to them. And there's also top tips and advice on my website. So I think that is it. Oh yeah, no. So how you can help me? So please, if you can, mention me to anyone you know who has children who are applying to university. So it could be if you work with, your clients, family, friends. Okay, because I'm quite inexpensive for this sort of service, and I can really help them just get it done quite quickly. Please share any social media posts that I make about UCAS. That would be really helpful. Follow me on Facebook, but on English Tutor Plus. Not Catherine Foley. You're welcome to follow me on Catherine Foley, but English Tutor Plus, that would be more helpful for sharing, please. and also on Instagram, English Tutor Plus. So if anything you can do there to help, because last year this was going really well, and this year I've only had the schoolwork, but not sure the personal statements coming in. So it would be lovely to have some more of those. Really. Sorry, that was very, very fast, wasn't it? Any questions? Yes.
Not so much a question, I just wanted to give you a huge testimonial and saying how useful it was having Emma go through that whole situation of personal statements. And it was really, really useful, and the advice that you were able to give was great. So thank you very much for that. But also, Ben's doing his GCSEs, we'll be able to share some work that Ben's done. Essentially, he's been marked by a teacher before he'd been marked by a teacher. And it's really just helped him correct and refine and improve and make sure that he's achieving those top grades. So can't recommend enough. Having a teacher mark your work before the real teacher sees it is amazing.
Thank you. Thanks. Yes, Paul.
Tutoring site, presumably these skills could be applied to job applications covering this.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah.
Presumably also any sort of academic subject that involves kind of writing essays, geography and so on.
Yeah, I mean the student proofreading I've done is not just for English, so I've done a range of subjects, science-based as well, and all sorts of business economics. I can just proofread anything, as long as it's written in English, I can help them with their communication and fluency. Which, even if there's not a mark given for spelling, punctuation and grammar, it just helps you put across your argument, doesn't it? Any type of piece of writing you're doing, you're kind of selling an argument, so it does need to be persuasive and well written and fluent. And yes, you can get AI to do it, but as I've said many times before, it's just not as good as a human. Yes.
On the personal statements, have you ever come across anything you thought that was a complete lie? It was so.
Yes.
Like a restaurant that lied.
Not quite as extreme as the rest of the line, but I remember one student who just wrote an absolute load of rubbish. And it's really hard to provide because UCAS are not going to necessarily know. They didn't know the student. They might well have believed it, but she could really get found out if she goes to an interview, or even turns up at the university and it's suddenly clear that she's doesn't speak that language. So yeah, I would always counsel them. Counsel, that sounds as if I do it really nicely. With this particular girl's case, I have to be quite direct. Totally. Yes.
Last question.
How do you keep up to date with sort of what the boards are looking for, what the universities are after the students? Because you're out for teaching direct now.
I get email updates. I'm updating it all the time and checking what. Because obviously, not being in a school, you don't get access to that.
Yeah.
There was a big change with the GCSE curriculum this year, and I missed it. And one of the students told me, so thank goodness they did. But then the tutoring agency that I do a bit of work for, she didn't know either, so she heard other tutors were still delivering the other stuff. So now I'm really on top of it. But I will not mix anything like that again. Any other questions?
Thank you very much. Right. We were slightly up against time, so make the referrals and testimonials now short and snappy. In other words, don't bloody waffle. Please. Tip them around the ear. Start with Paul.
Welcome, Michelle. Hope you enjoyed it. And Ben, excellent as usual, and thank you very much. Excellent. Referral for Melissa, and thank you for the money. Good meeting.
That's great. Thank you for all the help you've given Hugo for his GCSE. I would say you've made a noticeable difference.
Oh, good. Thank you.
That's a referral for Paul for very technical. This is property fishing.
Thank you, Catherine. You've helped my daughter out. Was going to her third year of law degree. You've helped her already, and she'll come to the dissertation.
Lovely.
So thank you. Excellent. Good to hear work.
Thank you, Catherine. That was really good. I will do my best to send you some of those if I hear anything.
Thank you.
There's a thank you for the money for Terry.
Thank you.
And I hope you really enjoyed it this morning. Sorry, Michelle. You enjoyed it this morning. And thanks for money.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
You two need name labels.
Excellent, Espa, and lovely to see you, Ben. Look after yourself. Lovely to meet you. I need to buy one of those. What can I say? Brilliant. Really help with the girls getting into the universities of their choice and with their work and no doubt over the next 3 or 4 years with their degree. So,
That'd be good.
obviously.
Do I have to stand up then?
Tell us how much you enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for welcoming me here today, and Sally for the invite. I think it's really a very uplifting and very bright team of nice people, really. So that's what to say. And I like the honesty that comes out in people as well, which is always good to be honest, and just a bit of fun as well. And it's very interesting what people are doing these days as well with their businesses. And what you're all about. So it's been, yes, a good, very good, varied business and companies here. So thank you very much again for making me welcome. It's a really lovely setting as well that you've chosen. Makes it much nicer. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Hey, both ends. It's not looks like back as well, mate. Catherine sent this, Catherine. Honestly, my thought was not passionate about English and or school at all. And yeah, you made it pass. Without you, she would still be doing. So thank you so much. I have a thank you for the money. Sorry, a testimonial to Blake, and a thank you for the money to Mr. Roberts. Yeah. Thanks all. Oh, welcome to Catherine.
Catherine. You've done it,
Yeah, I have. Michelle, sorry.
Excellent. Michelle. I've got one for Leanne's situation last week. One from Ben. And Sarah.
Public meeting, putting in Scotch first, so I'm making it through that coffee. And well, only 10 minutes, Catherine. I've had loads of ideas of things that you can help with. So if you can have one-to-one, that would be lovely. Great. Over some wine, please. Thank you. I've got a referral for mine this week. Thank you very much. Have a lovely week, everyone. See you next week. Thank you. Oh, well, Michelle's what I'll be behind you. Obviously.
Yeah, welcome, Michelle. Looking forward to having a look at your website. Very next slot, and that's 10 minutes. We'll keep my ears and eyes open for you, and yeah, see you. This is your way. Great meeting you. Thank you so much.
Great meeting. Great stop there. And I think you're the only person that is the name, Phil Foley, bringing quality into 2 minutes.
Steve,
Yeah, great meeting. See you next week.
You'll have to do it next week. Yeah, it's already been said. It's been fabulous working with you. Thank you very much for your support. For all annual accounts, we had a review this week. All that sorted. That's a referral for the lake, which is armbands. You're not learning to swim. That's done. Sorry. Yeah. Another referral for Blake. Christmas stuff, and a show of money to each member, but also on there for 10 renewal.
Yeah, really well done, Catherine. Really, really good. Your sentence was fantastic, and I've just got to follow you on English International Trade for Instagram as well.
Yes.
No, brilliant. Yeah, one-to-one there with just to return it today. Small referral there, Sally. I'll have some of that. I think I need some of that sunrise spray. Literally just to keep you alive, I think. And referral there, Mike, I'll tell you more about it on the way home, but Ben's got a new shop and she needs the videos and the photography. But we can see you next week.
Yeah, great meeting, great. It's not really to the point. Fantastic 10 minutes. I wish you'd been my teacher when I was younger.
Yeah.
Even though my English is really shit.
More radio messages.
About my job anymore. I'll see you all next week.
Well, on Ben, thanks for the instructions, worth repeating, and yeah, really good sales. And again, I put Sally here.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, my two daughters are going through that process. It's not really nice.
Yeah.
Someone like you then, here in market, another one for Sally, and just a good testimonial. Sally, over a small referral off, thanks here and done. That's another one for something else.
Thank you very much.
I was going to take the move and say it's a shame to have going back because I don't get the peace and quiet on my drive anymore, but you just give me a referral, so it's lovely to be back.
I'm taking that back.
Yeah. Double check for us, Michelle. Lovely to have you along. Still want to have you. And yeah, great 10 minutes. I haven't got any exam age kids, but I've just heard so many good things. And you were part of a wonderful English department that I did go to. So
I was
that's
indeed,
praise
yeah.
But,
No.
No.
I was at the school.
How long
I am. I was at the school then. I am at home then.
Oh, shush.
And how old? No.
I'm going to sit there after.
Do you not have slipped?
Oh, yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
Sorry. There you go. Referral to Blake for us, which regional? Free prompt service, thank you.
Hi Michelle, nice to meet you. Thanks for reminding me, and I'm getting named right at the moment. Now, Catherine. Yeah, good 10 minutes. Thank you, really interesting, and I'll keep my eyes and ears open for stories. Got a referral for Sarah for setting up a database and some reminders. Great weekend, thank you. Not great weekend, great meeting.
Good slot, Ben. Good to see you back. Welcome, Michelle. It's an interesting business. I'll have a look at those for my grandsons. And
Yes.
yeah, no, really interesting. Like you, I don't remember doing a personal statement back then, but I probably couldn't string a sentence together. I can't string a sentence together now. But yeah, really interesting. Thank you for the money to an ex-member. And there's something else. Can't remember. See you next week. Something else.
Thank you very much. It was really good. I actually I've still got my sort of maroon coloured folder with my personal statement in it. So it's a few years old. But yeah, I should probably have a look out and see what I actually wrote. Exactly. I probably said all those things I shouldn't have said. But yeah, I actually found it the other week, so I should probably actually have a little look. But yeah, no, brilliant presentation, and I will sort of see if there's anyone else that I can sort of head you in the direction of. My friends' kids are starting to get to that stage, so yeah, definitely see if there's some opportunities there. It's a referral for Howard. It's a solicitor who I've done a mortgage capacity for, and she said, did I know any financial advisors for this client to potentially talk to? So I gave out your details. So I don't actually even know the client's name. I had to do it all for the solicitor, but I kind of figured that was actually probably quite useful because then the solicitor has your details anyway. Okay. So yeah, don't know if anything will come from it. But yeah, great meeting. Thank you so much. Lovely to meet you. And yeah, great meeting. Thank you.
Yes, lovely. Smiling face lit up the room when you walked in. Very nice to see you, Michelle. Thank you, darling. Catherine, I've loved every 10 minutes you've done. Thank you. Very eloquent, interesting, something to keep us all engaged. And I took a very nice photo of you, which is now.
Oh, did you?
Thanks. Yeah. No,
I
thank
can
you
turn
very
into something hideous I am.
Especially you in bad love.
Blake and I had a one-to-one. Blake, can I grab you for a minute after? Because I think I need more technical things sorting out.
Yeah, no worries.
You are known for that. Toby, this was a referral to my sister-in-law.
Oh, yes, thank you.
For financial purposes. Just to say, another sister-in-law of mine used to run Channel 4. I mean, she did ITV, she did the works. And they wanted new recruits. And they asked people to list their top 10 viewings. And they only took on people that admitted to watching porn. I
didn't say I watched porn. I know why you're looking at me.
Oh, yeah, let's say you watched it, you just said you're passionate about it.
That's what we
There
There we go. Oh, brilliant.
Do you know what? I complimented this bottle of wine as well this morning.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
great.
Let's get that everywhere.
You can scan that. You can scan that.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Come to attention. Catherine, thank you very much indeed both for the 10 minutes, for doing the running and for picking a winner. What the fix, honestly. Just right. As usual, before I send you on your way, I open the floor for anybody who wants to make any announcement. Ben.
Yeah, just very quickly, I'm speaking at an event in the end of January. It's called the event's called Audacious Live. It's for like personal development, motivation, and to help people get from lots of different speakers, but really good. There's a good after party as well, including drinks, meal, and drag queens as well. So if anybody's up there, some of the women are up to do that. But I'll put the link on, and the tables are 5 if people want to get together. So I'll put the information on if anybody would like interested in getting any tickets.
Where is it then?
Colchester. It's at the Dragonfly Lounge.
Excuse the pun. Excuse the pun.
Yeah, sorry. Scott.
Thanks very kindly just reminded me we always wear Christmas jumpers for Christmas period. Just a reminder, doesn't have to be a jumper, blouse, silly t-shirt, full on fancy dress, totally up to you. But get shopping, surfing, and be aware that our Christmas meeting should be Christmas meeting.
Thank you to Leanne and Catherine for bringing along quilts and blankets for, well, not for me, for the homeless gentleman. I'm all right. If anybody else has got any blankets, quilts that they want to get rid of, then please do pass them on to me. Thank you.
Anybody else? No. Right. Well, the sun's shining, it's clear sky. I'm sending you out to make the most of today, to make the most of the rest of the week, until I see you next week.